Hello everyone, my name's Josh Diaz and welcome to another review. Today I'll be reviewing this tiny piece of glass. Well, it's more than just, a little piece of glass. It's a special piece of glass that was sent to me by K&F Concepts for review. This is their gold streak effect lens filter. This filter is what K&F Concepts calls an effects filter, and it's one of many filters on their site that's designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to achieve a very specific effect. I currently have the 82mm version of this gold streak effect filter, but it comes in a variety of different sizes to fit all different types of camera lenses. This filter works by taking the light coming into your lens and spreading it out into a streak. It works by having two thin pieces of glass, and sandwiched between them are a series of gold-colored strands that pick up the light and diffuse it across the length of each strand. It's a really simple but effective look. Inside the glass, there are gold-colored strands which produce a gold-colored streak. But you can also get this filter with blue strands, which obviously produce a blue-colored streak. First, let's talk about the packaging of this filter. The filter comes in an attractive black and gold box covered in the K&F branding. Personally, I've always liked how K&F has done their boxes because I think they look pretty slick and a little better than the Tiffin ones, if I'm honest. Inside the box, you have a circular filter case with a rotating lock and your filters inside. I really wish these cases had a label on them to tell you what filter was inside, but hey, these are mass produced, so K&F is probably just using the same case for a bunch of different filters. Now, we'll talk about the construction of the filter. The K&F Concept Gold Streak Effect filter is made with two black painted aluminum rings which come together to make the filter. The front ring holds the glass and the optical elements, while the back is just for your filter thread, so in my case, 82mm. The reason this filter has two parts is to allow you to rotate the optical element while the filter is still on your lens, so you can have horizontal streaks or vertical streaks, really whatever direction you like your streaks, you can have them with this filter. In terms of build quality for the K&F Concepts Gold Streak Effect filter, it is lighter than a filter you would get from Tiffin, for example, mostly because the metal used to build it isn't as thick. I don't really love the rotating action and the way it feels, as there isn't really anything between the two pieces of aluminum rubbing together. It doesn't grind, but it's a bit stiff. Last thing to note is that all the information about the filter, including the elements and the size, are noted on the side, just like any other filter. To test the streak effect, I placed the filter on a 24mm prime lens and pointed it at a direct source of light from a flashlight and a larger source of light from an aperture MC light. As you can see, we get a really intense, well-defined gold streak out of the flashlight, while the streak from the MC is less defined and overall larger. Now I know what you're thinking. How does it perform on a longer focal length? Well, to test it, I put the filter on my 70 to 200mm lens. The effect still works, even at 200mm, but now your streak is a lot thicker, which makes sense because we've zoomed in to the streak. Overall, I would consider this filter completely usable on focal lengths from 24 to 200, and outside that, your mileage might vary. So what do I think about the effect? Well, it's definitely fun. I wouldn't necessarily look at buying this filter if you were chasing the anamorphic streak look, as there are so many different filters out there that specialize in that kind of look, and honestly, with all the streaks in this filter, you can get a busy frame with all the lights making all different types of streaks. It could get distracting. And on that topic, I am a bit disappointed by the amount of contrast loss I got in my image. As you can see, there are streaks being picked up everywhere by every source of light, and it really only gives you the nice looking flares out of the smaller pin lights, while it's easy to get a washed out, kind of messy looking image. If you like the look of streaks in your image, I would say a filter like this is a pretty easy, low-cost avenue into that type of look. I personally can't imagine shooting an entire video on this filter unless it was like a really stylized music video, but pick it up to add to your arsenal of filters and you may have a solid choice for a fun little insert shot if you're looking for a special effect like this down the line. And for the price, at around $40 USD for the biggest size of filter, that's nearly 4 times cheaper than the equivalent streak filter from Tiffin. So you'd be doing yourself a good savings as well. And if you want to save an additional 17% on this filter, or really anything on the K&F Concept website, you can use the link they provided me, which I will put in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about the K&F Concepts Gold Streak Effect filter down in the comments below. I'll make sure I read them. I get to every single one. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.